Hi, Colin here from King Motors. You've clicked the link to our 2022 Peugeot 3008 GT Premium, but this is the Hybrid 4. And if you don't know what the Hybrid 4 is, it means it's the 300 horsepower 4x4 version. So it's quite a thing. Anyway, what we'll do from here, we'll get into it, we'll go for a drive, and I'll try and show you some of the stuff on it, but it's pretty mind-blowing that a little car like this can do all of the things it can do. Big battery too, so very efficient when it comes to its electric range. But before we go for our spin, as always, I'm going to ask you to kindly like and subscribe. It makes a big difference to a little channel like us. As I always say, it helps us buy more cars, sell more cars, all that kind of stuff. But this is quite an interesting thing. So from here, what we'll do is we'll get inside and we'll go for a drive. So here we are out in the Peugeot, and the first striking thing about a Peugeot, there's a few in this one, it's the little steering wheel. The little steering wheel is odd, no doubt about it. But it works pretty well. It makes the car feel small. It makes it feel extremely nimble, because like your whole system is a gear system. You know, there's a gear on the far end that's telling it how quickly to turn the rack, and the other massive gear is the steering wheel generally. So by making it small, it makes it very direct. Its inputs are very, they're very on it or something. It's pretty cool. But the second thing that absolutely blows my mind about this car, and I can't believe it, because I've been around them all my life. I even worked for Peugeot at one stage, very briefly. This car is 300 brake horsepower. Mad. Obviously, it's the 1.6 turbo plug-in hybrid, and this is the four-wheel drive version of it. When it's the four-wheel drive version of it, it's the Hybrid 4, as they call it. It's the hot sauce one. It's the 300 horsepower one, and this is one of those, and it's bananas. Like it's so docile, so much so actually. I'll tell the truth. I drove this car up to the VRT station a couple of times, and just never noticed that it was this. And it was only when I started looking at it to advertise it, because we would buy a lot of stock, and I started looking at the details and stuff to advertise it. I realized it was one of these things. Like it absolutely, your mum, your wife, your daughter could drive this car. Your son, you know, inexperienced people easily drive this car. It's not crazy and chomping at the bit, but in sport mode, it's insanely fast. Insanely fast. It's got a massive battery too, 13.2 kilowatts in this one, which is very, very big. It's bigger than the BMWs of the equivalent year, and it'll do 59 kilometers, they say. So realistically, you're going to get 50 as the weather gets bad and stuff. So it makes it like a hugely impressive thing. And it's the same thing I always say about your plug-in hybrids. It's the accessibility of the power. It makes, when you press a button in these, like there's sport modes and stuff and other ones and eco modes, and they're not quite the same. It just changes the throttle pedal in a diesel or a petrol car. But in a hybrid, it really makes a massive difference. So it's a fabulous thing. Yeah, really, really nice, and very, very tasteful inside. Like it's designed super well. Like even this little steering wheel, the binnacle is above the steering wheel, and it makes it, I can just see it absolutely perfectly. It's got the big plinth screen in the middle with your Android Autos and your Apple CarPlay, reverse camera, all that stuff is there, you know. So it has all the stuff you need. It's got its own system, but yeah, everyone just jumps onto the Apple CarPlay. That's the way, you know, because it's so much better than the internal systems in these things, because really they don't develop them massively anymore, and I understand why. But it's also four-wheel drive. There's a four-wheel drive mode in this, so like in the bad weather, it's going to work perfectly. But yeah, what a machine! Like, and the seats, everything in it, it's all really nice quality. Really nicely laid out. Like it's an impressive thing. Like Peugeot have absolutely upped their game over the last, I'm gonna say 7 or 8 years. Like they've really come out with some good stuff, some really good looking stuff. It started actually, in my opinion, with the 407. That was a really good looking car when it came out, and then they jumped into the 408, and now the new one is a great looking thing. So yeah, I'm impressed. It's a fine little car. It's going to come, it has its own Peugeot warranty on it now at the minute. I'll have to check what that is, but the battery warranty in that is 8 years. So that's just attached to the car no matter what. It'll come with a minimum of 12 months warranty. I'm not sure off the top of my head what it is. I should know before I make the video, but I don't. I'll find out what it is, but a minimum of 12 months warranty from us, with the option to extend up to 24 months. But that's it. I'll stop talking about the car and I'll let you know a bit about who we are. We were one of the first ever second-hand dealers to be SIMI registered, but the main feather in our cap, as I always say to people, is we've got 4.99, I think, out of a potential 5 stars on Google reviews. We'd love you to read those and see how other people got on with us. We've done pretty well. They like us. That's like a speed warning as we go through into different zones. Yeah, we'd love you to read those and see how other people got on with us. But that's it. I'm going to leave it there. Click the link below the video. If you find it on Facebook, actually click the video and it'll take you to our ad. If you find it on YouTube, in the description, I will have put a link to our website and the ad itself. But that's it again. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we will see you soon.